Okay, I think I'm live. I'm almost sure I'm live, and I think I have the mic on. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take 10 minutes tonight and just do a little training. There's so many new people, and so I'm going to just talk about the model, and I'm going to use slides tonight. So I am going to share my screen. And I've made this promise before, but I promised not to do very many monologue trainings like this. I know they can be tough, but there's so much going on right now that I really think I need to. And what I want to do is use these slides and just talk about the model real quick. Um, so I think that what's exciting about what we're doing is that anybody can do this, literally anybody. You don't have to have anything to get started if you've got a social profile. If you don't have a social profile, you can start to build it up and start to be more active in social and get rid of some of the bad habits, some of the religion and politics and things that are polarizing so that you can actually work your network and actually build a business. And so, anybody can do this. You can start from right where you are and start doing this. And it's amazing what's taking place. So, the formula in network marketing. Now, this is two parted, I believe. I believe that what we have here is social selling and developing a team. It's both, it's the best of both worlds. The formula is real simple: people equal volume, and volume equals income. So the more sales volume you do, whether that's you personally selling a lot or whether it's building a team and building a lot of team volume, or the combination. And people ask me every single day now, which is better? Do I spend all my time selling or do I spend all my time recruiting? And the answer to that question is it's a rowboat. If you just spend all your time selling and don't build a team, then you're just going to go in a circle. You'll just find yourself having to sell a whole bunch more again next month, which you're going to do anyway, but you're not going to have any residual. You're not going to have any repeat. If you just spend all your time talking about building the team, recruiting, then you're not going to have any fuel for that recruiting, and your rowboat's just going to go in the other direction in the same circle. So it's really both oars in the water, as my dad would always say. He'd always say, "Do you have both oars in the water?" And I understood what that meant. So sponsoring rates are the highest in company history right now. We've gone from, sponsoring 3,000 or so new people into the business in the US to last month it was north of 30,000 new people. So people are very interested in what we're doing, and I think those sponsoring rates are going to really, really rise. And you'd like to have as many of those people on your team as you possibly could. Benchmarks are also being blown past. And this is what caught my interest initially, was when Matt Hall called me about 10, 11 weeks ago now, and he said, "Hey, benchmarks are being blown past." And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And he says, "Well, distributor minimums, LOI, becoming an executive, people are doing 3, 4, 5 times as much as they need, more than that." And so we're seeing some really, really interesting things take place in our analytics. And you need to know about it. And that was really when I started posting and started teaching people and started recruiting. And then Blake came in the business. And then since then, it's just been crazy. It's chaos, right? So benchmarks are being blown past for the first time ever in Nu Skin history. We're seeing these kind of numbers be done. So, anybody can do this with a cell phone. Cell phones are now so powerful that you can literally do this anywhere you are, anytime you are. If you're organized and you save things in your phone, then you can answer virtually every question. I'm proving that to myself right now as I'm going about my business. I'm trying to get everything saved in my phone and be able to do, everything in my phone so that I can be very mobile with this. So learn, that's how you're really going to get a heads up on this is you're going to learn every day, learn a little more, play the long game. Now, here's the model, and I probably should have started with this slide. People post, and then they collect the money, and then they use that money to buy products. And this is really intriguing for people because there's a lot of companies out there that make you stock up inventory, and you have to make certain minimum orders and to get discounts, and there's a variety of that kind of stuff. This is a huge competitive advantage that we have where we're starting people for free, 100% markups, and you really don't have to have inventory to get going. You get your sales first. And a lot of new people that haven't done this, they don't appreciate how unique that is. It's very, very unique. And then you're going to do your follow-up. You're going to follow up on those customers and make sure they had a good experience and ask them to post for you or ask them to become involved, or ask them to buy another tube of toothpaste. So the follow-up is really where the big money is following up on those customers and not just going out there, and I call it picking the low-hanging fruit. So that's the social selling model. And if anybody'd like this, I'm happy to instant message it to you. We'll put it in the group. It's very, very powerful. So what we're really doing is we're learning to tell a story in social media. So we tell our before and after story, or someone else's before and after story. We tell that story in social media. And then we push. Okay, we're building an order and we're telling that story, and we want to push our procrastinators. We want to make it really, really easy for our customers to buy. Anytime they ask a question, we want to put a payment link in that private message. We want to make sure we don't answer questions on the wall, keep curiosity high, and do some selling. That's what we're actually paid for is, we're teaching you how to social sell. So that selling part is the value that you add to Nu Skin. Is customers are a lot more likely to adapt a product when they have somebody asking or answering the questions that they're asking. So we're telling this story. This is the story of the order. And then the story continues. My gosh, I started this little business on the internet in social selling, and I'm shocked how fast it's growing. I made enough money to whatever, a correlative post, whether that's, buy groceries this week, whether that's, whatever, buy something that you've wanted, go shopping, buy a new blouse, buy a new outfit, go on a weekend, something that you want, that you really can't afford in your budget. You tell that story. So that's the story. That's the cycle. Okay, so we're doing a posting cycle to tell a story in social media. Once we learn that, then we can apply it to not just toothpaste or whitening paste, but we can apply it to other products. Now, coming very, very soon in August are going to be the Power Lips lipsticks, basically, and so these are alcohol free. It's a one-step process. There's going to be really good retail markup in these. They stay on all day. This is going to be a very, very high social seller. And, so you want to be learning that posting cycle so that you can apply it to other products. Now, really, at the end of the day, what this is about is the mechanics of wealth. Now, this presentation was actually designed to be translated, which is probably really good for the social media world, right? I'm almost at the 10-minute mark. I can barely say my name. Who am I? I'm Brent Bryson. I'm a team elite with Nu Skin. I've been a team elite for 20 years. I haven't worked in a decade. For those of you who don't know me, it's just really been this last couple of months that the business has really caught my attention again, caught my imagination, and I can see people really moving forward fast. And so this slide is the slide that crosses over from social selling to network marketing or team building. You're going to create sales volume yourself. You're going to go through that posting cycle. You're going to teach that posting cycle to tell that story in social media. And then your team is going to create volume. We call that group sales volume. In order to get paid 9 to 15% on your entire footprint, your entire distribution network, in the Nu Skin compensation plan, you must be an executive distributor. Everybody needs to do it. Everybody needs to qualify, and it's because you're being paid a leadership bonus. Therefore, you need to have actually demonstrated that you are a leader. Nu Skin doesn't just let you raise your hand and say, hey, I'm a leader, pay me. That's not the way it works. They actually have a test, and that test is 4,500 points, 4,500 wholesale dollars in the U.S. A point, each product has a commissionable sales volume point, and it makes it so that the compensation plan is seamless globally. And so, when I talk points, I'm really talking U.S. wholesale dollars. But you need to do 4,500. Now we're seeing a lot of people do that in a weekend. Certainly it was designed to be done in 3 weeks by very part-time people years and years ago. And it's the first step of that process is to file what we call a letter of intent, or LOI. And that LOI is $1,000 of volume, okay, 1,000 points of volume. Once you've done that, then you can physically file a letter of intent, and you can go into qualifications, which is then 2 months. Qualification 1, qualification 2. That's a month of $1,500 of volume and a month of $2,000 of volume. Now, in this environment, you can speed qualify, and you can just compress all that as fast as you can do it, and then you can start getting paid 9 to 15% on your entire team. And I'm going to show you right now the mechanics of wealth, okay? And here they are. By teaching other people to get that bonus right here, okay, right there, that is the mechanics of wealth. Because Nu Skin pays on 6 generations of breakaway volume. And breakaway compensation plans are licenses to print money. Okay, now, almost every other kind of compensation plans gets written by the company for the company because they have massive breakage. I'm not going to overtalk this. I'm just going to hope that you'll trust me. 6 generations of breakaway leadership and being able to get paid 5% royalty while those teams are getting paid 9 to 15% on their own teams is unheard of. And that's why we have the highest paid distributors in the industry. That's why we have almost 1,500 millionaires now. We have, hundreds of people. Every 3 days, we have people that have earned their millionth dollar commission. This is the mechanics of wealth right there. That's it. Breaking away executives, having your team make that commission. That is where the long-term walk-away income is in this plan. So, what you're really doing here is building a distribution channel. You're going to have customers. You're going to service those customers. You're going to handle a little bit of product. You're going to have distributors. They're going to handle a little bit of product for their customers. You're going to have executives. Those executives are going to create more customers, more distributors, and ultimately you're going to build a distribution network. Now, as this footprint gets bigger and bigger and a new product like Power Lips comes out and it goes through that distribution organization, that month you're going to get a huge raise. And so, that was 13 minutes and I'm out. So hopefully this will be a useful video to you. I'm online every day helping people, so let it be you. All right, thanks a lot, and hopefully I'll figure out how to turn this thing off.